Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back. And welcome back, No Contact Army. Have you been a good soldier this week? I certainly hope so. And if you too would like to join the No Contact Army, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button and you're in. And to read the No Contact Army manual, just go to nocontactsecrets.com where you can purchase the book and also see 2 free chapters. So this week I have a super success story from one of my clients. She got her ex back, obviously, or we wouldn't be talking. And I hope it will inspire you to stay in no contact until you hear your ex say something significant, because that is how she got her ex back. So let's get started. I had coaching with you in June of 2020. I told myself if this was a success story, I would reach out. So here we are. Here's the backstory. We met on a blind date and got along really well. Can you really have a blind date these days? I mean, with all the social media and digital photos you can send, why would you need to go on a blind date? So I don't know. Anyways, we ended up being in a relationship for about 3 years and 9 months. We started to have intense problems starting January of 2020, like miscommunication, disagreements, and pettiness. He decided to break it off because he didn't know what he really wanted. Well, he knew that he didn't want miscommunication, disagreements, and pettiness. That much he knew. That's why he broke it off. We broke up May 17. I begged and pleaded like an idiot for about 2 days, did the whole letter thing. Why does everyone suddenly become Edgar Allan Poe or William Shakespeare and become a writer after a breakup? Okay. I had decided to not contact him anymore. We didn't talk for 1 day, and the next day I wanted to contact his mom to say my thank yous and goodbye. She was busy, so we pushed it to the weekend. He called me later that day, though, when I contacted his mom. I didn't know what he wanted, so I didn't answer. So here she started the ignoring. A few weeks later, I found Lucia's channel. Yay! On day 32 of no contact, he contacted my sister. He wanted to see how I was doing and told her that he missed my family and me. Day 35 of no contact, he called me at 10:17 p.m. I love the way she has the exact time. I ignored. Okay. Day 66, he called and texted me at 11:56 p.m. So notice how he's calling later in the evening. That's when people usually start to miss you and think about you and want to reach out. Now, notice something here, that he called her on day 35, she ignored him, and then he called her on day 66. So he waited 31 days to reach out again. This is where people start to freak out, because their ex will contact them, they don't leave a message, or they don't say anything significant, so they don't respond, and they don't hear anything for 30 days, 31 days, and they're like, oh no, Lucia was wrong. I missed my opportunity. I should have responded. Calm down, calm down. As you can see, they reach out again if they're interested. Okay, continuing on. I didn't answer since I was asleep. He texted with, to be honest, I miss you so much you might not care, but I do. I felt like that was the appropriate time to respond since it was significant. I texted him back later that day around the afternoon saying, thanks for showing you care. I hope you're doing good. He didn't respond. Now, pay attention here, okay? Because this is where the big controversy is regarding ignoring your ex until they say something significant. Because some coaches say, no, you got to respond to every single text. And I say, hell no, only respond if it's significant. So she ignored the text before that. He continued to call, okay? Even though she didn't respond to anything, he continued to call. You don't have to respond to everything. If they're interested, they will call and text again. However, even when he did say something significant, he did not respond when she finally responded. Okay? This is why you don't respond to just any old text, because if they're going to ignore you when you respond to their significant text, then what do you think they're going to do if you respond to their insignificant text? You've just told them, I'll respond to anything you throw at me because I'm so desperate to have you back. So even when she waited and did the right thing, he still didn't respond. So don't think that just because your ex is writing back to you and saying something significant that they're going to respond. I've seen this happen. I've seen this happen. So you got to be prepared for it. Don't be shocked. I'm not shocked anymore. Continuing on, I continued with no contact. My cousin passed on October 11th. I decided to post a photo of him on Twitter. I wasn't using social media for 3 months. First time back, and my ex texted me that day asking if I was okay. I didn't respond. Okay. 2 days passed. He texted me again, telling me he heard the bad news about my cousin and he's sorry for my loss, to not hesitate to contact him. I still did not respond. Okay? Hope y'all are paying attention to this. All of September, he didn't call me. Okay, so how many months passed? They broke up mid-May, so June, July, August, September, 4.5 months. Okay, 4.5 months, they're still broken up. So even though he had been sending texts before that, the whole month of September, nothing. Okay, this is how breakups come back together. They're not just they contact you, you respond, you have a conversation, and you're back together. That rarely happens. Just as it takes you a while to start dating someone, seriously, you take it in steps. Getting back together is also in steps. It's a process. It's not usually just a one-time shot. Okay, so when he disappeared for all of September, she says, I started to lose hope. I stopped counting days, and one night I received 7 missed calls. I didn't answer. I love it. Okay, because he didn't leave a message. What do you want? Again, if he really wanted to say something, he would have left a message. But they're trying to get you to do the work. And I say, no, no, no. You broke up. You leave a message or I don't respond. And that's what you got to do. Okay. A few days later, he called me again. I didn't answer. So after the 7 calls, a few days later, he called again. So we have effort and we have escalation. And then a few days later, my dog passed away. Aww. And I posted a picture of her on my Snapchat. We weren't friends on any social since the breakup, but I did have a few of his family members on there. He ended up calling me at 3 a.m. I responded. Finally, I don't know why you responded at 3 a.m. I wouldn't have, but okay, it worked out anyway. She says, he went crazy. He first asked how I was doing, and I was like, what do you want? He started to go off on me. Okay, I think she means go off on her in a good way. Saying how much he loves me and wants to be with me and marry me. He did most of the talking and I listened, as well he should do most of the talking. He said he felt alone during January to May, so when they were together, he felt alone. And he wants to fix things. When we started to talk again, within 2 days, he told me he wants to be real and he wants to start over. We would talk for hours, catching up and speaking on everything we did during the summer. He wants no secrets from each other, so we decided to tell each other everything we did, even if it hurt. He was the one initiating the conversations, which I saw was mature of him. We met 2 days later, and from there on out, it's history. We're now together, and I am low-key grateful for the breakup, even though it was really painful to go through. Yes, sometimes, you know what? A good breakup will take things to the next level. Sometimes you have to go backwards in order to go forwards. I stood my ground, and it was easy to not answer since he didn't want me anymore. So she probably has an avoidant attachment style, even though at first she did some begging and pleading, but then she got it together. And she says, tips to those who are listening. I didn't post anything on social media until 3 months after the breakup. So that's not what I say to do, but, you know, if it worked for her, I believe it's just best for 2 months to continue to just post as normal, because otherwise you look like, oh my God, I'm so hurt from this breakup. I can't post on social media. And then if you don't hear anything in 2 months, the 60-day period, then you can block them, or you can stop posting because you want to stop giving them that dopamine hit. Okay, I didn't do anything on socials either. I simply disappeared. He did most of the petty things like unfollowing. He blocked me at some point, unfriended me, etc. I didn't do anything. Perfect. That's why I say don't be blocking, don't be unfriending. Just chill for the first 2 months and see what they do. Because then you look like you're just okay, we broke up. All right, fine. I'm just getting on with my life. I'm not blocking, I'm not unfriending, I'm not doing anything. I didn't talk to his family or mutual friends. I stayed home, focused on school, work, and on myself. I lost so much weight, worked out 7 days a week, and ate clean. 7 days a week? Weren't you tired? They always come back. Stop crying and get to work. I personally didn't go out on dates, but was talking to guys. We are now 4 months and 2 years together, and I feel like we are more in love than ever before. Aww, what a lovely ending. So, what is the takeaway from this? The takeaway is stay in no contact, obviously, which I think you know if you've been listening to my channel for a while, and do not respond to texts or calls unless they are significant. As you can see, there's a lot of times she didn't respond, and no, her ex did not go away thinking, oh, she doesn't want me. It actually built fear into him because he wondered if he had lost her. The only way that you are going to get someone who's going to give you 7 missed calls and then when you finally pick up, pour their heart out, is someone who's afraid that they've already lost you or is about to lose you. And if you respond to every text and every call, they have no fear of loss. They know you're not going anywhere because you pick up every time they reach out. So ignore until they say something significant. So I would like to hear from you on this. What have your experiences been in ignoring your ex, if you ever did ignore your ex, hopefully. So comment below. Did it work for you? Did it not work for you? And if you would like my help personally to get your ex back, you can contact me at theartoflove.net. The direct link is below, and we will send you the rates. If this video has been helpful, remember to like, subscribe, and share. If you're listening on iTunes, I would appreciate if you would rate and review the podcast. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.